Hey everybody, so I'm going to do a review on the Kyuu Sentai GoGo 5 flip head complete set. I actually just completed this set today. I got the yellow today in the mail. These are nice figures. I really like these figures a lot. The only gripe I really would have is that the back isn't painted, and they should have painted the back of these, but it's alright. But these are nice. In GoGo 5, there was only one female figure, which was the Pink Ranger. All the rest were male figures. I like the build of these. They were candy toys that were sold in vending machines. They were pretty difficult to come by. Even in Japan, they were pretty hard to find. Like, these really don't come up all that often. Like, I don't see these too often. And here's like a panning view of them. Now, these are similar to the Gingamon and Mega Ranger figures. They have anime-style faces, which is kind of funny. To be fair, I like the anime-style faces of these. They're pretty cool. And I do still need to get the Mega Ranger set. But let me start out first with the red GoGo 5 here. Then I'm going to do blue. And then I'm going to do green, which is right here. I'm going to do yellow, which I just got today. And then I'm going to do pink. Now, as for points of articulation, the boots on these figures tend to break very, very easily. They do come off, so you have to be careful. And it's very similar to the Mega Ranger figures because the parts and limbs do come off of those. The arms don't come off of these as much though. The arms don't come off as much. As for pricing, these can be very, very variable. A few of these I've seen listed for like a couple $100s, but I feel like this is very, very, very expensive, and it's not worth paying that amount of money for these 5. I mean, it's just, I've seen them go for far less online, and there's no way I would pay like that much money for a set of these. That's ridiculous. But I think 20 to 30 bucks for the set is pretty reasonable if somebody was to buy them. I know I sold these too. I sold duplicates of these for like $5 a piece. So I think it's more reasonable than just selling a set for like around like a exorbitant price and just expecting to get that price for them. I know that they're rare. I know they're hard to find, but people shouldn't list them for that high of a price because to me, it just doesn't make a lot of sense that people would do that. I don't understand that. And the yellow in particular, there's a yellow on eBay right now that's like 90 bucks by itself. And that's ridiculous. I mean, they shouldn't charge that. Now, in the US, these were Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. Originally, they were from 2000. And they were like the police force. These pink and green have very similar visors. If you take a look, it's kind of strange. Other than that, I would give these figures like a 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, just mainly for the articulation of the arms and the fact they're pretty detailed. They're pretty awesome figures. I would highly recommend getting these. These are like must-haves if you can get them from Japan. A lot of the times, U.S. sellers won't sell these. I've seen them from a few U.S. sellers, but they don't come up too often in the United States. It's very, very hard to find them in the U.S. But again, if you get lucky, you might find them from somebody in the United States. The best other way to get them is through Bai, or seeing if there's like an intermediary that could work with you and you can get them from Japan, because these are Japanese only. In America, they only made the Red Ranger in an 8-inch form. 10-inch form, I'm sorry, in the flip headline. And I'll say it pretty much sums it up for today. The other thing I like too is that you have to manually flip the head on these. These don't, there's no mechanism or lever, unlike some of the other figures that we've had. But overall, these are nice. And that's going to be my review today for the GoGo 5 Flip Head Complete Set. Thank you for your day.